tell
tell
you
me
it's
it's not
hip
hip
hop,
hop.
but it's not personification.
Oh, here this one.
Okay.
Go. Oh,
Everybody knows every word to this fucking song.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance. I was watching shout out to Earn Your Leisure. I was watching an interview with Irv Gotti, and at the I think it was near the end. Irv Gotti said "Made You Look" by Nas was the greatest hip hop song of all time. He was saying if aliens came down to Earth and was like, "What is this hip hop?" and you had to play one song, he'd play "Made You Look" because of the sample, the beat breaks. It just was like real hip hop type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I asked you all, what do you think is greatest hip hop song of all time?
go ahead, Jay.
What I think the greatest hip hop song of all time is?
Yes.
Hypnotized by Biggie. That's the greatest song ever. You know why I say this? If aliens were to come down from space and you were to play a song that you hear every day, that you've heard every day your whole life, and they were like, "Oh, what's this hip hop?" You'd play that song. You'd play Hypnotized.
You think Hypnotized
Hypnotized would come on the radio, and they would ask, "What is this?" And you would have to, and that's how.
Okay,
you know,
I will say,
you
I could
think-
say he has a valid point because that song, there's certain, you know how people say smells and sounds and songs like will trigger a memory. I don't know, and this will kind of give you a picture of like what kind of daycare I went to. But you know how you get picked up in the vans? I remember the bus driver or the van driver playing that song. So every time I hear it, I think of being in a car seat in the van, like go on my way to daycare.
Me too. I was gonna say that's crazy. We got the same van driver.
We probably did.
Because I was like, whoa, me too. Sounds real familiar.
He would drop me off and come pick you up.
So you telling me you think Hypnotized is like
Tyler get his Obama hands going.
Yes.
Of hip hop.
Hypnotized, yes. If you were, it is one of
First
the
of all,
greatest.
I'm gonna tell you, number one, it's like an R&B hook, so it's kind of you got to kick it out to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like this,
Wait.
What are you saying?
What's this technicality you talking about?
That
Tyler?
you never mentioned before until now.
It got an R&B hook, so it disqualifies it. Are you
from
serious?
being like a fully hip hop song?
Can't you see? Sometimes your love just hypnotize me.
It's the chorus. Every song got a chorus.
Dog. All right, when we talk,
Every song got a chorus.
No. All right, yeah, that's fair. But when we talk, I'm talking. You telling me you can't tell me that's like this feels 100% like just straight hip hop, especially if we comparing it to "Made You Look." You know what I'm saying?
"Made You Look" has a chorus.
They shooting. Nah, "Made You Look." You a slave to a page in my rhyme book.
Motherfucker just wanted to show off.
Yeah,
he just wanted to
know the words to a song.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to tell you.
What do you want me to say then, Tyler? What do you want me to say, Tyler? The hip hop. What the fuck you want me to say?
Something else besides Hypnotized.
Hypnotized. Every time I
Biggie
think
got
of hip
so many
hop,
other jokes.
every time when I think of hip hop, I think of Hypnotized. What I think.
KC, what you think?
I'm gonna have to go with Jigga. Though the song I'm picking is "Hard Not Life." Now, hear me out, because it sounds like you're gonna come to me with some technicality, and I want you to take that.
Sampled a little white girl.
Yeah,
sampled a little white girl. That's Tyler.
But this is I want you to think deep. You got to think big. He sampled Annie, but he also made it so that any rapper can sample Annie and not have to worry about shit. So that song, I feel like, is some shit that really, in my mind, there's a lot of songs that took Jay-Z to the top, but you cannot say that that's not a big part of his catalog. Also, Jay-Z is he's a big dog. And I feel like when we talk about Nas, you automatically, in your mind, whether you say it verbally or you just think it, you think of Jay-Z. And so I feel like the best counterpart to Nas is Jay-Z. And I think that song is it. That song, you close your eyes, that's hip hop. You visualize the struggle. You know what I mean? He's giving you a mental picture of what hip hop is. Yeah.
That is a good choice. That is a good choice.
I gotta give you that one.
That's a good choice.
I gotta give you that one. You know
I
what I'm
still
saying?
think Hypnotize is more better. I feel like Hypnotize is on the same level as that. When you think of hip hop, that's another beat you think of. I feel like.
Okay, I give you that.
I'm gonna
like
play
their
with
intros to those songs are infamous.
Yeah, very infamous. I'll give you that. What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna throw out something that is a little very off, and then I'm gonna give y'all something that's back to center. Okay.
What is he about? What are you about to say?
March Madness by Future.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Hey,
there's no fucking way.
That's another iconic intro.
No.
That's another song that when you hear that song, you know that it's about to be a rap song.
Oh
no.
There's some songs
when March Madness comes on.
The fact I think every time I think of that song, I think that's his politically like charged song, and it's like 2 words he says about police brutality. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, we're not. No. This nigga said, I'm gonna give y'all niggas a second. Stop shooting niggas. Bow. He didn't say that, but it was like a quick hit. He was like, I'm in
all right.
out
To
of this
be
bitch.
to be real, I think if I was, I don't know if this is the greatest. I think when we look back,
if you don't know if it's the greatest, why are you
when because it's very recent. But when we look back, it got to be up there. But I think Backseat Freestyle by Kendrick. I think Backseat Freestyle by Kendrick.
I'll give you that.
That's something, you know.
How that shit go? How that shit go, Tyler?
What do you say? All my life I want money.
I just wanted you
to.
Thank you.
I knew that's what you was doing.
I mean, when we look back years from now.
Kendrick got a dream. You know what? I give you that. That's wow. We're good at this. I would say the 3. No, these are 3 good ones. I feel like we picked 2 that are like old. You know, I don't want to say old days because I wasn't that old, but you know, from a later time. A later time, and then you picked one that was recent, but I feel like that is monumental.
It's very strong.
Of like a very strong,
a strong one.
Yeah.
Wow. Jay, I really don't know about Hypnotize. I'm sorry.
You know what, Tyler? You didn't grow up like how I grew up. You didn't grow up how I grew up. Because every time I was in the car, I heard that day song. Every time growing up. My whole life. When I think of hip hop, I think of Hypnotize. You didn't grow up how I grew up.
That's fair.
Everywhere I go walking through the streets with my mom hand in hand, I heard Hypnotize.
That's fair that you think that, but you can't tell me out of all the music.
That's the greatest hip hop song of all time.
Hip hop? No.
Yes.
Hey.
You're telling me Hypnotize is not hip hop now?
I'm telling you it's hip hop, but it's not personification.
Oh, here this motherfucker go. Oh,
everybody knows every word to this fucking song.
You don't even
go ahead, then, Jay. Go ahead, then.
What the fuck is happening?
Go ahead, everyone. I'm not going to recite. I'm not a fucking monkey. I don't dance when you tell me to dance. I don't know what you thought this was, Tyler. But I will not be reciting any type of lyrics on this podcast because I don't know the lyrics to nothing.
My point.
That doesn't mean I can't have a say on what the greatest hip hop song is, and I think it's Hypnotize. Y'all's was
have
great.
a say.
Y'all's was great, but I still think Hypnotize is the greatest. Khadijah's actually was the best option to be honest.
I mean, if I'm gonna do it,
even thinking about like the way the song started, I'm like, oh, that's hip hop. So like, unless you want me to pick some fucking Run DMC, I don't know what you want from me, Tyler.
But even if I do a Biggie joke, I mean, dang, I can't even think.
Biggie, can't you see?
What's the one?
Sometimes the words just hypnotize me.
What's the one,
and
man?
I just love your flashy ways.
That's so crazy.
See? Guess that's why they broke and you so paid. Biggie, oh yeah, I'm reading this like I got dyslexia. Shout out to my niggas with dyslexia though. Yeah, no, this I would say. This is also giving me the feel that Hard Knock Life is. You got to think, Tyler. Close your eyes. Are your eyes closed? Yeah. Close your eyes. Now, say the Nas lyrics and see what that do to your mata. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing New York City.
I said recite the words. Rap it with the same energy. Eyes closed. Go ahead, spit it.
They shooting. Nah, Major, look, you a slave to a page in my
No, it's too fast.
Money,
You can't.
Where them gangsters?
No,
where the doms at?
No.
First of all,
man.
let me get to this. Let me tell you why Hypnotize is the best. Biggie is one of the best rappers,
period,
of all time. Not just off his rapping ability, but the wordplay. He was a better rapper than Tupac.
Please stop.
Oh,
he was a better rapper than no. Listen.
Because you're going off subject.
I'm not going
because ain't nobody debating. Nobody's debating.
Hold on. Let me make my point. Let me make my point.
Wait, Jalen, before you get started, I just want to say, everybody, this is Tyler's fault. He gets people real hot and bothered they feel like they got to get to the next level.
I'm not hot and bothered.
No, go ahead, Jalen.
Whole point. Let me get.
Take it to the hoop.
He is a better rapper than Tupac. Tupac was the superior storyteller. Biggie was the better rapper overall. So if you want to show an alien race hip hop and someone who has the rapping ability of the best rapper of all time with a beat that is friendly enough to a species of a different universe, it makes you want to have a good time. You feel happy. You want to dance. You know what I'm saying? And then you listen to the song, and it's hip hop. Biggie raps his ass off on this song. And when you hear it, you know it's hip hop. So that's why it's the greatest hip hop song of all time.
I think some of that is some would say hyperbole.
Nobody's debating that Big is not the best rapper. What I'm telling you is he has better songs that are more hip hop than Daggone Hypnotize. I think Warning would be a way better song than I'm saying is more hip hop than Daggone Hypnotize.
Here's the thing, though. I'm also including every factor you could think of. Replayability.
That don't matter with hip hop.
Where you can play it. You can play it everywhere at every occasion.
This has nothing to do with radio.
At every party. You can play it at every party, at every event.
That has nothing to do with what is hip hop. That has everything to do with radio and business. It ain't got nothing to do with the culture.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the culture. This is one of those songs that's played at every event. Everything. Every single thing. Anything you have, you can play Hypnotize and it'll be a good song, great song to play. You can't play Warning everywhere.
This has nothing to do with what you could play at a party. This has everything to do with what is hip hop. Personifies
and that's hip hop to me. It's a song you can play everywhere at any occasion. That's gotta be one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time.
We continue.
You just told me
this ain't got nothing to do with what's your favorite. This got everything to do with what
it's not my favorite.
You can't tell me.
It's not my favorite
hip hop song of all time.
It is the greatest hip hop song of all time. That's what I said.
How y'all doing? You know what I mean? How's y'all day?
This is crazy.
That's what I said. I said it. I stamp.
This is crazy.
I stamp. That's what you said, Tyler, right?
Damn.
I stamp.
Always trying to
it's not approved. Your stamp is not official. It's not
I
approved.
don't care.
So it sounds like, once again, not a competition, but Khadijah won. Love it.
You know what?
You see how Khadijah hasn't argued back with me? You see how she hasn't argued back with me? Because she knows. The song needs respect.
She knows. She knows. All right. You know.
Say it.
All right.
No.